All right, hi scholars, it's Miss Joseph. I'm here again for our next CGI. And today I have my special guest.
Hi, my name is Abigail, and I'm in third grade too. And I'm here to do CGI with you.
Yeah, she's ready to do our CGI today. Yeah, she's in third grade, so she's ready to do it with us, and she's going to be my helper. So I'm going to read it 2 times. How many times?
2 times.
How many times?
2 times.
All right. So Shaylah, hi Shay, I know you're at home. Shaylah came home at 3:20 p.m. She worked on her homework for 24 minutes. After she finished her homework, she did her 3 chores. It took her 23 minutes to clean her room. It took her 8 minutes to feed the animals. It took her 10 minutes to set the table. What time did she finish her homework? How long did it take her to finish the 3 chores? I'm going to read it one more time. I'm going to read it
one more time.
Oh gosh. All right, so Shaylah came home at 3:20 p.m. She worked on her homework for 24 minutes. After she finished her homework, she did her 3 chores. It took her 23 minutes to clean her room. It took her 8 minutes to feed the animals. It took her 10 minutes to set the table. What time did she finish her homework? How long did it take her to finish her 3 chores? So now we're going to close our eyes and we're going to visualize. Visualize, get ready, go. Visualize. Make a movie in your mind. So when we visualize, we're making a movie of what's happening in the story, of what's happening in the
story.
All right. So I'm visualizing my girl Shay Shay. She is coming home from school at 3:20 p.m. She's doing her homework and it takes her about 24 minutes. Now, after she's doing her homework, she has to do 3 chores. Not one, not two, but 3. It took her 23 minutes to clean her room. It took her 8 minutes to feed the animals. And then it took her 10 minutes to set the table. So I think she's ready for dinner. What time did she finish her homework? And then how long did it take her to finish 3 chores? So right now, I want you to visualize this story. So parents, you can pause right here and actually visualize what's happening in the story. All right, so now that you're done visualizing what's happening in the story, we need to figure out everything we know and what we don't know. So since this is a long one, Miss Joseph already color-coded it for us so that we know what's important. So I want you to tell your parents what's important in this story. You can read it to yourself one more time if you need to. What are the things we know and what are the things we don't know? All right, so now looking at the CGI, there are some things that Miss Joseph saw that was important. I saw that she came home at 3:20. She did homework for 24 minutes. She cleaned her room for 23 minutes. She fed the animals for 8 minutes. And then she set the table for 10 minutes. All right, so I know everything that's important, but I can't forget the question. What is the story actually asking me to do? Well, first it's asking me, what time did she finish her homework? Is that it though? No, it's asking me something else. There's actually 2 questions. How long did it take for her to finish her 3 chores? So I know if I see a question that has more than one question in it, I need to think about how many possible points I could get. So I know I need to get a point for what time she finished her work, and I need to get a point for showing how much time it took her to do the 3 chores. So that's at least 2 points you can get on this question, scholars. So let's first start with our first question. What time did she finish her homework? So I want to know what time she finished her homework. I know that she started at 3:20. What time did she start?
3:20.
Okay. But then it took her about 24 minutes. How many minutes, Abigail?
24 minutes.
Yep, it took her 24 minutes. So I want you, before I even write it, tell your parents what you think, or your family members, what you think you need to do to show what time she finishes her homework. You can pause it right now, and when you're ready, unpause. All right, so we know we're at 3:20, but it took her 24 minutes. So that means I need to add 24 minutes for after 3:20, because that's going to tell me what time she finished. So it's 3:20. I'm going to add, maybe I can add 10 minutes. And that's going to give me 20:30, right? But I'm not done yet. I need to add another 10. 10, 20, so 30 plus 10 is going to give me 40. And then I have my 10s from the 24. Now I need to add my 1s. So I need to add 4. And that's going to give me, let me write it in the correct color, 344. So Shayla finished her homework at 3:44 p.m. All right, good job, Shayla. So it took her 24 minutes. We started at the 3:20 and we added 10 minutes from the 20, and then the other 10 from the 20, and then the 4 to get us to 24. So I can double check 10, 20, 24. 3:20 to 3:30, 3:30 to 3:40, and then I add my 4 minutes and I have 3:44. Great. So I'm going to put a check next to my first question because I answered the first one. But Abigail, am I done? No, we're not done. We still have another question. But we're not going to get discouraged. We're going to keep going. We're going to what?
Keep going.
Yeah, we're going to keep going. All right. So now it's asking, how long did it take her to finish her 3 chores? How long it took her to finish her what?
The 3 chores.
All right. So she has 3 chores. What are the 3 chores? So first she has to clean her room, feed the animals, and set up the table for dinner. So I have 23 minutes for the room, 8 minutes for feeding the animals, and 10 minutes to set up the table. I'm going to put these down. My room is fine. So let's start with 23 minutes to clean her room. And then 8 minutes to feed the animals. And then 10 minutes for the table. All right, so we know how much time she took for the room, to clean her room, how much time it took her to feed the animals, and how much time it took her to set the table. Now, I want you to tell your family, or your friend, or your sibling, or your dog, or your cat, what do you think we need to do to see how long it took her to do the chores? So take a second. What do you think? What do you think? You don't know, right? We're about to figure it out, okay? All right. So now we see that it says 23 minutes to clean her room, 8 minutes to feed the animals, and 10 minutes to set up the table. So we want to know how long it took her. So we need to add all the minutes to find out how many minutes it took her to do all 3 of her chores. So we know we started with 23 minutes plus 8 minutes plus 10 minutes. An easy way to add this is to do my 10s and 1s. I'm going to start with my 10s and 1s. I'm going to start with my what?
10s and 1s.
Yeah, we're going to start with the 10s and 1s. Uh-oh, show something on her wall. Sorry. All right. So let's see if I can move this up a little bit. Just to show the addition. Oh, thank you. See, this is why you're my helper. This is a long one. Sorry, scholars. All right. So we're going to start with the 10s. So for 23, I have 2 10s. So it's going to be 20 plus 0, because there's no 10s in 8, plus 10. I know 20 plus 0 is 0. 20 plus 10 is going to give me 30. Now I need to add my ones. In 23, I have 3 ones. In 8, I have 8 ones. And in 10, I have 0 ones. So now I'm going to add them. 8, 9, 10, 11. But I'm not done yet. Now I have to put my 10s and 1s together. And I know 30 plus 10 is going to give me 40. And 40 plus 1 is going to give me 41. All right. So now we were able to add all the minutes to find out how long it took to do her chores. It took her 23 minutes for her room, 8 minutes for the animals, and 10 minutes to set up the table. When I did it by breaking apart my 10s and 1s, it got me 41. So it took her 41 minutes. All right. So it took Shaylah 41 minutes to do her chores. And then we were sure to answer the first part of the question, which was, what time did she finish her homework? So I answered both parts, so I'm going to give a check for each one. And I can always double check my work. So scholars, remember, there's always going to be a lot of information in our problems now. So make sure that you're paying attention to what's important, pay attention to what you know and what you don't know. All right, so have a great afternoon and can't wait to see you for our next video.